When it comes to sales, listening to uncover a need and connect is one of the most important skills you can have. I want to share the 3 different types of levels and types of listening that exist and where you can apply them in your conversations with clients and prospects. So the first level, really the lowest level, is internal listening. That's where you have kind of internal motivations or thoughts in your mind. You know where you want the conversation to go, and you're listening for opportunities to take it there. Okay, this is the area where most of us exist. We kind of, as humans, the world revolves around us, and so we're always coming from that not always, but we're often coming from that us-centered place. Okay, so that's level 1, and this is actually really important and essential type of listening when you're trying to influence or persuade, when you're trying to sell. You want to have an agenda, and you do want to be listening for the opportunities to ask a clarifying question or an open-ended question that ultimately may lead your client or prospect to the solution that you can provide that they may need. So that's level 1, internal listening. So it's internal listening with some internal motivation, okay? You're really thinking about what you want to get out of it. What's in it for me? So level number 2 is focused listening. So this is where you drop the internal motivations, okay? You go in with an open mind. You're really curious about what's going on with the prospect or client. And you're not driven by your needs, really, but by their needs. And so what happens here is you really up your intuition. You're just kind of taking the journey with them. And this can be really powerful in building rapport. So this may not be, this is actually, I would recommend using this focused listening in a discovery meeting. In the first conversation you have with a client or a prospect, you want to just be, connecting. Is this going to be a relationship that you want to keep? What's really going on? So this sort of like intuitive led, others focused listening really can help you uncover needs that exist. And so again, I would use this in the discovery meeting, where I would use the first level of listening in more of like maybe a follow-up conversation, or even with a client if you're trying to, if you see an opportunity within their portfolio or within some financial decisions they're making where you really want to guide and influence them. Level 1. Level 2 is really, I want to meet them where they are, and I'm really interested to uncover what's going on and connect with them as a human. Then the third level of listening, and this is the one that really, when I learned about this, kind of blew my mind and has made a huge difference in just the quality of conversations that I have. And it's not something I do all the time, because it can take energy, especially if you're more introverted. So this is whole body listening. And so whole body listening is where you really have absolutely zero motivation, personal motivation. You're listening with your ears, your eyes, and really your body. So you're tapping deeply into your intuition, into your gut, and you're letting it lead. And it oftentimes, what I found is you uncover some really surprising things when you trust your body. So for example, this could be really useful in a client conversation, or when you're talking to a professional partner and you are really, or an employee even, and you just feel like there's something else going on. And, you dig in there and you say, hey, listen, I just, you're saying this one thing, but I'm getting the sense that there's something else. What's going on? Or, I really, I feel like, is this actually what you're saying? Or, do you think that maybe there's something else that, that may be causing X, Y, and Z? And, worst case scenario, they say, oh, no, that's actually what I'm saying. And you're like, oh, great. It's just a way to really clarify, but you're trusting your body and your intuition, which is a really important source of information when it comes to relationships. And ultimately, this third level of listening can really help deepen the connection where your client, your prospect, whoever you're talking to, they can tell you're really listening and they feel heard. And as humans, that is the ultimate gift you can give someone in connecting, is to hear and see them for where they are. So again, this is something that takes real presence and takes your energy, but it can be really valuable in certain conversations. So again, when you're thinking about sales, pay attention to how you're showing up and how you're listening. There are different ways of doing it, different situations where they fit. So hopefully take this advice, and what I would say is experiment with it. Figure out what are the situations where I really need to show up and really be internally listening. It's going to benefit me and the client and the prospect. Where am I going to be focused listening, where I'm kind of taking the journey with them? Again, I think it's more the discovery meeting, the initial conversation, but figure out where it works for you. And then where can I apply the full body listening and really tap into my gut and instinct, which is something that a lot of us may be disconnected with. And if anything, it may just even help you feel more engaged in the conversation. So experiment with those different types of listening and how they impact your relationships and how they impact your ability to sell and support your development efforts. Send me a note if you have any interesting findings. I would love to hear it. But I hope you enjoy this. There's more tips on LinkedIn. Follow me at Shauna Mace. And then also my website, inspiregrowth.co.